A critic a few days ago said to me down in Tucson, he said, you know, some people make you a nut and others make you a god. I said, well, that kind of runs all right. I know he's trying to criticize me. See? He said, people think you're a god. I said, well, I know that people didn't do that. But I know he didn't understand it because he's on the other side of the skin, you see. So I know he didn't know it. So I said, that's not too far away from the Word of God, is it? See? Just let him know we wasn't lost. We know where we were standing. We know what kind of sails we had set and what kind of wind was blowing it. We know what our thread was and what our nut was. And we know how we're standing. I said, that's not contrary to the Word of God so much, is it? I said, remember, when God was sending Moses down to the children of Israel, God made Moses a god. That's right. And made also Aaron, his brother, a prophet. That's right. All the prophets, Jesus said, were gods. They were God's man. That's right. God means it that way. Listen. The word that we preach, and the word that I said this morning, God hiding behind skins. Badger skins. God hiding behind the skin of a man. See? That's what He did. When God was manifest in the world, He was hiding behind or veiled behind the skin of a man called Jesus. He was veiled and hiding behind the skin of a man called Moses. And they were gods. Not gods, but they were God, the one God, just changing His mask. Doing the same thing each time. Bringing this word. See, God made it that way. He knows that man's got to see something. There isn't every one of us born into the world. Like I was telling you this morning, nobody was daring to follow Moses in there. God never did deal with two, He deals with one. Always. No one was daring to impersonate Moses. It was death, natural death. To try to impersonate Him. To go in that pillar of fire with Him. So people are not all made. You're not born in that way to break out into that supernatural. But God set some on the earth to represent Him as an ambassador from Him. And that ambassador is ordained of God to go into the great unknown supernatural and discern and bring out things that the natural mind cannot perceive it. It brings out the mystery of God. Foretells things that is and things that will has been and things that will be. What is it? God. God behind skins. Human skin. That's exactly right.
Thousands of people are missing their gift. See? They can't understand it. And they're looking and saying, oh, he's just a man. That's true. Was it God or Moses that delivered the people? It was God in Moses. Amen. See? They cried for the deliverer, and when God sent the deliverer to them, they failed to see it because it was by a man. But it wasn't a man, it was God in the man. But it wasn't a man, it was God in the man.